Welcome to Extras, part of the Drag Me to the Movies podcast. My name is Joe.
I'm Ned.
And in this episode, we're going to continue the 90 vibes and we're going to get Ned's 90 movie picks. So, Ned, why don't you take us on a nostalgic, laser backgrounded, air pumped, shoed moon boot journey?
Sorry, did you have a stroke? What's going on there?
I might have. I was trying to think of all the 90s things.
Furbies, all no, yeah. So if you're curious about Joe's, and he touched on a lot of the good ones back in the previous extras, where he talked about his, and we discussed a few of them around then. I do have a few kind of ones I'm just going to throw out there. They're the blockbusters that I think everyone should see. I don't think we touched on them too much last time, but Terminator 2, Judgment Day, Jurassic Park, and Shawshank Redemption. Just throwing those out there. You should see them if you haven't. So that out of the way, one that's actually been on the podcast before is Goodfellas. That's one of my favorite 90s movies. It's a long one, a little bit of a chore to get through every time I sit down to watch it, but I don't regret it.
Yeah. I mean, this as it is with this podcast. That was the first introduction to this film, and I had a good time with it.
Good.
Definitely. If I remember correctly, I really liked how it was kind of three stories, I guess, in one with that.
Yeah, it kind of goes from like early on, kind of in it, and then kind of the aftermath.
Right. Yeah. I really appreciated how that did that. Yeah. Good pick.
Thanks. Now this next one, as we just wrapped up The Game, starring Michael Douglas, this is another one starring Michael Douglas that I'm not sure if you've seen, but I'm curious. It's a movie called Falling Down.
I have not seen that.
Okay, we are definitely going to have to add that to the movie recommendations. Ultimately, it is a man who works for the Defense Department. He slowly loses his mind throughout a day, and there's a bunch of stuff that goes sideways. There's a lot of, like, positive messages as well as some messed up stuff that happens, but it's a good one, especially if you've worked like an office job. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think I've seen TikToks about this film.
Yeah.
Specifically a scene where he's holding an RPG and a kid teaches him how to shoot it.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's cool. Yeah, I'm down to watch that.
Good. It's definitely one that I've discovered in college, and I love watching it. So good. All right. The next one is Friday. I'm assuming you've seen that one.
I have not.
What?
I have not. I've not seen it.
Okay. Well, that's getting added to the list. Are you familiar with it at all?
Not terribly.
All right.
Not terribly.
It has Ice Cube and Chris Tucker in it. And Ice Cube pretty much loses his job and has a Friday where he's meant to kind of relax and chill. And, it's just a story that unfolds in the hood, has some funny things that happen as well as some serious things that happen. But ultimately, I really enjoyed the movie and what they did with it.
Okay. I mean, I know it's well liked. Just never saw it.
Well, we'll have to change that.
Fair enough.
All right. This next one, I'm pretty sure you've seen. Happy Gilmore.
Yes.
Yeah. So Happy Gilmore is one that me and my dad used to golf a good bit. Definitely bonded over this one. Love to go back and watch that one. If you want to know my thoughts on the second one, let me know. We can maybe get an episode around it.
Okay.
Next up is a movie called SLC Punk. Have you heard of it?
I have. I don't know much about it, but I have heard of it.
Okay. SLC stands for Salt Lake City. And it's a bunch of punks in that society, and them trying to kind of rebel against the man and all that. It's actually got a young Jason Segel in it as well, and it's just kind of a interesting movie to see how they kind of grow up through the movie. There's a lot of good character development, and I just really enjoy that movie.
Okay, that's another one that I've heard a lot about. I just don't.
Okay.
Like, it comes up often, but yeah, don't know much about it.
Yeah. All right. This next one is probably one of my, I guess, fun movies for me to watch, mainly because I really enjoyed playing poker, specifically Texas Hold'em back in the day. A movie called Rounders. Are you familiar?
I don't know that one either.
Okay. So Rounders, that one has Matt Damon, Edward Norton, John Turturro, and John Malkovich. And it's a movie where one person's pretty damn good at playing cards, and he has a friend who gets him into a lot of trouble. So he tries to help his friend out and at the same time gets himself caught up in the mess and then get himself out of trouble. Does that sound interesting to you?
It does.
Okay, we'll add it to the list. This next one is a movie it was been on my radar for a while, but I only first watched it, let me see, I think maybe about a year ago at this point. It's a movie called Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai. Are you familiar?
I'm not.
All right. So this one is Forrest Whitaker. He pretty much plays kind of like a hitman who the mob just kind of hires for very specific things, and they communicate via pigeons and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just kind of an overall experience of him being a hitman, him killing the wrong person, and things kind of going sideways from there.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was definitely a good one.
Okay. Again, I'm open to it.
All right. This one I'm assuming you've seen. If you haven't, I'm going to be very disappointed. Hook.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That one it's Steven Spielberg, number one. Number two, Robin Williams, and just a great cast. Peter Pan stuff, Hook, just everything comes together so well in that movie. And I really enjoy it. The creativity, the imagination, all that stuff in there.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. And yeah, I mean, Robin Williams, playing a child as an adult.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the role he was meant for.
Very true. All right. Next up is a movie called The Frighteners. Have you heard of that one?
I have not.
Okay. So that one stars Michael J. Fox, and it actually was directed by Peter Jackson of Lord of the Rings fame. So that movie involves a man who ends up in an accident. His wife is killed, and there are some serial killers kind of out and about. And he ends up kind of being a suspect in his own wife's murder. And there's just stuff that unfolds from there where people are able to kill others from the dead, and there's kind of like a Reaper situation going on. He works with ghosts to help kind of con people into giving him money. It's just a simple, fun premise, and I think it's very well executed. It's got, a good balance between the comedy and horror, and overall just kind of drama stuff in there.
Interesting. That's a neat premise.
Yeah, I might have to add that to the list for you. All right, next up is another one that's kind of, I don't know. At this point, I want to say it's not as well known, but I know back then it was Stir of Echoes. Are you familiar with that one?
I don't know that one either.
So Stir of Echoes has Kevin Bacon, where he ends up kind of being put into a trance by his sister-in-law, essentially, and she opens his mind. And in doing so, he starts seeing things, ghost messages and stuff like that. And he ends up trying to essentially solve a murder. So that was just a lot of fun. Sound like one you'd want to watch?
Sure does.
All right, adding it to the list. This next one, we've seen Guy Ritchie movies. This is actually his first director debut with Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Don't know that one either, Ned.
All right. Well, this was before Snatch, obviously. But it's essentially these two guys that get caught up into a poker game, and they have 3 days to pay off their debts. So it's just kind of a simple premise, but it's got Vinnie Jones, Jason Statham's in it, and a few others kind of from his crew that he rolls with. But I remember it being a lot of fun. It's been a good minute since I've watched it, but I remember it very fondly.
Okay.
Add to the list.
Add to the list.
All right. This next one is The Truman Show. You've seen it, yeah?
I have.
Okay, good. I just love what they did with this movie. The whole concept of it being, this guy who's in a world trolled. He thinks it's just everyday life where he's actually a show. And it was definitely one of Jim Carrey's more serious roles coming out of all the Mask and Ace Ventura stuff. It was just a nice, fresh take on what his capabilities were in that one.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep, I agree.
Definitely one I go back and watch. And it's also one of those ones, like I mentioned with the game, I was second guessing life afterwards. Not whether or not I'm actually in a show, because that'd be boring as hell, but, just in general life and the gambles we take. All right. Next up is Good Will Hunting. You've seen it,
I've seen it. I have.
Good. I just love that one. There's a line in there that Robin Williams has where him and Matt Damon are just talking back and forth, and he says something about his wife, and the way Robin Williams gets so angry and goes at him and says, "I will fucking end you." I was so taken aback by that. It was so well executed. Like, just all that movie has some great dialogue and scenes, and just so many good performances in there. So
I agree.
Good. The next one, I'm curious if you've seen it or not. Boys in the Hood.
I have not.
Okay. This one, it's, earlier 90s, 91 to be exact. But it's got Cuba Gooding Jr., Lawrence Fishburne, Ice Cube, and Angela Bassett.
Okay.
It's pretty much just, a LA ghetto type movie. It's got a lot of positive messages of, growing up in the ghetto. And, I think Lawrence Fishburne plays the father, and he's trying to do the best he can to raise his son right, and the challenges that he goes through trying to appease his dad and also get frustrated with everything that's going on in his life. It's such a good movie.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. All right. Next one. This one, I don't know if it was on your radar. I don't remember you mentioning it last episode, but The Crow.
Oh yeah, I've seen The Crow.
Did you enjoy it?
I did.
Okay. Just the whole simple story, kind of like, the avenging crow, and the music in that movie. So good.
Yeah, I remember liking it a lot.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember it just kind of being badass.
Yeah, I remember the sequels might not have been as good, but that first one's so good. All right. There's 5 more. Plus, I have one more after that I want to talk through with you real quick, since I think it's a big part of your life a little bit. The Green Mile is next. You've seen it?
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
I think it's been too long for me since I've seen it, but yeah, I love that movie and how everything comes together in there. And obviously it's got some very tight drama to it, but it's just so well executed.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of spirituality and stuff in that film, which
Yes.
just kind of makes it all even wilder, the stuff that's going on in that film. But overall it's just very good. Like the performances are just fantastic.
Okay. Very good. I'm happy you've seen that one.
Yep.
All right. Next up is one I'm pretty sure you would have seen. I don't see why you wouldn't have, but it's the movie called The Mummy.
Yes, I've seen The Mummy.
Okay. Brendan Fraser. Like that one is just almost kind of like Indiana Jones and the adventure elements to it and everything. I love it. What are your thoughts?
Yep. No, I like it a lot too. It's very good. Very, very good.
All right. The next one is a movie that is a little kind of like a trip, kind of like the game was. A movie called 12 Monkeys. Have you seen that?
I have not.
Have you heard anything about it?
I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it.
All right. So it's essentially a futuristic movie where there's been a virus that's killed a lot of people. Like you have to go outside in suit stuff. And then you have people doing time travel to try and kind of stop that virus. So it kind of has like a X-Men type thing going on with the Days of Future Past element type stuff.
Okay.
But it's got Bruce Willis and Brad Pitt and a few others. That it's just a fun ride. It's definitely got its quirks, but it's definitely one, if you haven't seen it before, I think you should make time to see it. So I'm going to add that one to the list, if you don't mind.
No, do it up.
All right. The Sixth Sense. Have you seen it?
I have.
Okay. What do you think?
What do I think of The Sixth Sense?
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, it's quotable, everybody knows I see dead people. It's a wild story, it incorporates aliens, which is, or no, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind. No.
What?
No, different film. I'm confusing two. Never mind. No. Sixth Sense, it's the dead people. Never mind. I was thinking of Signs. I don't know why I put those two together. Yeah. That's my bad.
That's fine.
No. Sixth Sense. There's an actor that's in both of those, isn't there?
No.
No? Okay, I'm just blowing it.
I don't think so.
No. Okay, so The Sixth Sense. No, I like that one. That one for me, Ned. I don't know how you felt about it, but I kind of knew the whole premise of that he was dead. Like it kind of felt like it. Like I kind of picked up on that pretty early.
You picked up on it, like the first time you saw it. You mean you had?
Yeah.
I don't think I did at the time. Obviously, on rewatches and stuff, I did, and I was looking for all the signs and stuff. But I think that very first time I saw it, I didn't suspect that at all.
Interesting.
I mean, it's been a very long time since then, but I'm pretty sure I don't recall being like, knew it.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely felt like I knew that was coming. But yeah, I don't know. Like it didn't catch me like I think a lot of people were like, at the time, like, oh man, what a twist. But overall, I still like the film. That doesn't retract from it all.
Interesting. Okay. All right. And then the last on my normal list is a movie called Unforgiven. Are you familiar with that one?
I have to look that up. The name sounds familiar, but I don't know if I've seen it. No, I've not seen it.
Yeah. So essentially it's Clint Eastwood, Gene Hackman, Morgan Freeman, and a bunch of others. But essentially a man who is kind of retired, goes on one last kind of bounty hunting mission to find some men who brutalized a a prostitute. It's just a good movie. Morgan Freeman's character is named Ned, so I have ties to it that way.
No wonder you like it so much.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one. If you haven't seen it, it's just a great Western styled movie. It's a little more recent than some of the old Clint Eastwood movies, but I feel like they did a very good job with that one. And it's actually directed by Clint Eastwood too. So I don't know if that's his first one, but it might be. All right, and then the last movie I have that I was surprised, I don't think you mentioned it, and I know it's a movie where you've drawn some inspiration from it. Kindergarten Cop.
I didn't list it, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, I think that movie, while it's not my top 20 for the 90s, it's definitely one I enjoy going back and watch. Like, it does a very good job of mixing some serious toned drama action, and then it gets into this kind of lighthearted kind of kids movie for a minute, and then it comes back full circle with some more action and comedy. Like, it's just got a mix of genres. I like how they balanced everything together.
Right. Yep. I agree.
So, yeah. All right. Is there anything else that you've thought of in the meantime that I may have missed or you want to talk through?
No, I think we got a lot of what I would have wanted covered. I mean, I covered what I wanted to. I think you added quite a nice amount onto it. I think we have a good solid list of the 90s there.
Yeah, I really wanted to try and target some of the ones that they're good, maybe not as well known, but still deserve to be popular.
Right.
So, all right, cool. You want to wrap us up, sir?
Yeah. So thanks for listening to this episode. We are going to be back next week with The Sting. So hold on to that. And then we're going to be followed by another feature film for Halloween where we're going to be watching Hubie Halloween. So stay tuned and enjoy all this extra movie bliss that we're sending your way. And
indeed.
Make sure you follow us on our socials at To The Movies Podcast on Threads and Facebook. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell on YouTube, which is at The Movies Pod.
Indeed. And
Ned?
If we missed any 90s movies that you want to shout out, please let us know.
Yeah, please do. Please do. As you guys know, I need all the movie suggestions and recommendations I can get. So
he's so far behind.
We've done
a lot here, but man, it's a lot of work.
Broken. I'm a man.
You're not that broken.
But thanks for the recommendations in that ride down memory lane.
Yeah, no
the
problem.
90s. And I'll see you in the next episode.
Indeed. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.